Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to talk about a lot of NBA news, episode number 113. We have a lot of stuff to go over, some stuff to go over here. So, first thing I'm going to talk about is Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't like Kyrie Irving. He's criticized Kyrie Irving in the last few years. So, he admitted things that are quote unquote personal between him and Kyrie. He said, quote, Kyrie and I have our differences on a personal level, which is none of anybody's business, and I'll never tell why. He knows why, and his daddy knows why. So we shouldn't listen to Stephen A. Smith when it comes to Kyrie Irving again, honestly. It's okay if we're all understanding on that. It's not like some of the stuff he said was wrong. It's just the amount he talks about him is the only issue, at least in my opinion, about Stephen A. Smith. He says it's nobody's business, yet he offered this info. Nobody would know he and Kyrie had personal problems had he not made it out on I don't know if it was on TV or whatever, but he basically admitted it. But we all know that things are personal between them. But if you say it's nobody's business, but yet you put it out there, you're like an idiot. Um, if the Denver Nuggets see the Lakers, if they see Golden State, they gonna get popped in the first round. Said, quote, said by Paul Pierce. I mean, I could see this happening. I could see this happening. Maybe the Nuggets. Also, that one seed, if they either play the Lakers or the Warriors in the first round, they could easily lose. The eighth seed in the West, probably regardless of who it is going to be a very good team, and I will not be shocked if a lower seed from the West may run to the finals, aka the Lakers or the Warriors. But Paul Pierce with an actual good take for once. I mean, yeah, we can't win a road game right now, but the Nuggets literally. The Nuggets aren't. The Nuggets. I don't know. I feel like we're just fooling everyone. Just wait till the playoff starts. Once we get the GP2 are back, because that's two of our best defenders, and you're missing at least 15, 20 points from Wiggins right now, and you get some good rebounding. So, but you just need one road win, and you win the series. And they have won a road game in like 20 straight playoff series, so you can't count them out. But the Nuggets aren't like some insane road team. We could win this. We can win some playoff series. Cause you have AD and Braun. Cause I don't know if the Nuggets would have an answer for that. And you got the Curry, Loney pick and roll. Would have Jokic chasing them around. The owner of Shotgun Willie's says John Morant spent over 50K on tips a few weeks ago. This kid, real young, was exceptionally respectful and sweet, and he did not drink. He's marvelous. Marvelous Mr. Morant. So, he was in a strip club. Apparently, he didn't drink. He spent 50K. If I'm an owner, I'm gonna say nothing but good things. Oh, give me 50K. Then why'd you? But you can't say why'd you leak the photos then? If he didn't do nothing, if he didn't drink, he was marvelous. But I mean, I guess if you get 50K, you're not gonna say bad things. Dillon Brooks, once again, talked about Luka Doncic yesterday. Now he hopes Kyrie Irving plays versus Memphis. Now I can get him by myself today. Quote. Mudding the phrase Dillon Brooks until further notice. Bro, who does this dude think he is? Does Kyrie Irving even know who Dillon Brooks is? Bro, this dude's so cringe. Dude thinks he's good. He thinks he's him. He's just not a good player. He's not a good shooter. He's okay. He's a decent defender. I mean, he's like a Walmart Patrick Beverly. The Grizzlies are getting humbled in the playoffs, and I'm really interested. Kyrie Irving averaged 32 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists versus Dillon Brooks in his career. Come on. Dude trying to talk trash about Luka and Kyrie. Like, come on. Now, there was some more stuff about 2 days ago I missed. I didn't cover, so talk about more of it. And from like 3 days ago. So, yeah, last thing we left off on was the Greg Oden thing yesterday, I believe. So, the most active players with 30 points and 20 plus rebounds among active players. DeMarcus Cousins has done it 10 times. Anthony Davis 8 times. Kevin Love 7 times. Giannis Antetokounmpo 6 times. Karl Anthony Towns 5 times. Drummond 4 times. Embiid 4 times. And Jokic 4 times. And DeMarcus Cousins really used to be that dude. Remember him back in Sacramento? And some good games in the Pelicans? The fact that DeMarcus isn't in the league right now is crazy. Prime Boogie was different. DeMarcus Cousins in his prime. Abu Dhabi's fund, Mo Badala, has shown an interest in potentially making an investment in an NBA team, per Windhorst ESPN. The fund currently has more than $280 billion in assets. I don't know, I feel this is a terrible idea, but short-sighted. Cheap owners won't turn away their money. I feel this could be a disaster. But if there's any teams that I think could maybe get some NBA teams, I'd like to see Kentucky get an NBA team. Because we need an NBA team. Grant Williams has experienced discomfort turning or grabbing his right hand like 4 days ago after he missed those. He experienced discomfort turning or grabbing with his right hand because he missed 2 free throws. Made excuses for why he missed those 2 free throws. Ja Morant, some more news about that. There's an expectation within the Grizzlies that Ja Morant could be away from the team for an extended time, per Shams Charania. More stringent penalties could come from the league, could come from the police, per Shams. Good. Ja Morant, you fuck around, you're gonna find out, Ja Morant. I really don't see him playing the rest of the regular season. He might be out for the rest of the regular season, honestly. The Pistons could shut down Bojan Bogdanovic for the season, per Shams Charania. This is incredible. I don't even know if it's tanking, because they wasn't winning with him, so definitely not tanking. They're just shutting him down. He doesn't fit their timeline. Should have just traded him, honestly. Should have just traded him, man. Like, just saying. Zion Williamson is not close to returning, per Windhorst ESPN. I think his setback was significant. Quote. I don't even know if he's a bust. Like, when he plays, he's such a beast. Like, he's so good. Like, you can't stop him. He's just so injury prone, and the nerve and audacity to give him an all-star nod this season. I mean, I like Zion, but he just can't stay healthy. He's done for this year. He's not coming back. So Cam Thomas, over his last 3 games, he's got a did not play, 7 minutes, 7 minutes. I mean, I guess he got hot for a minute and now back to reality, but he never had a chance to stay hot. His splits were like 45, 41, and 91 for a month, averaging 21. He hasn't got the minutes. He's a great player, but there's too much to go around his team. He takes tough shots, and it's kind of a bad decision maker at times. If he defended more, I believe he would be out there more. But I think it's pretty obvious they want a tank now. So, yeah. I guess they ain't shit funny now for Mr. Cam Thomas. Anthony Davis in games without LeBron James this season. 29.6 points per game, 15.2 rebounds, 2.4 blocks per game, shooting at a 53% rate, and a plus 49. He's really picking up the slack. Anthony Davis has been carrying this team when LeBron isn't playing. He's right now their number 1 option. And over his last 5 games, he's been just fantastic. 30 points, 22 rebounds, 39 points, 8 rebounds, 38 points, 5 rebounds, 28 points, 19 rebounds, 30 points, 15 rebounds. He's just putting up monster stats. Like y'all thought Anthony Davis was finished. Joel Embiid is averaging 33.3 points per game, 10.1 rebounds per game, 4.1 assists per game, 1.6 blocks per game with a 64.7% true shooting in the season, 33 points per game with a 64% shooting percentage. Just let that sink in. He's definitely having an argument for that MVP award, him and the Joker, and a few other players in that conversation. Jokic's averaging 25 points, 10 assists, and 70 true shooting. And I get sometimes he shoots like 10 shots a game, but it's because he doesn't need to shoot that much. So Gilbert Arenas talks about the John Morant situation. I never got suspended for guns in the locker room. I guess they're using 50 games as a benchmark because that's what I got. The real story is I got bullied into 50 games. Gilbert Arenas acting like a victim here, ladies and gentlemen. Acting like a victim. I know that who he think he is. I know I ain't who I think that is. That's what I was trying to say. Russ apparently had an issue with a fan doing the rock a baby and taunt and had him ejected. That's why he ejected him, really. There has to be something more than that. This is unacceptable. Like, it's just a rock the baby taunt. John Morant could be away from the Grizzlies for weeks. It's going to be about the NBA's investigation, the Colorado police investigation, and how John Morant is going to be seeking help over the next period of days and weeks, per Shams Charania and the Rally. Ja Warrant. It's bigger than basketball for this young man right now. It's bigger than basketball. Yeah, Grizzlies' downfall continues. Charles Barkley blasts Kendrick Perkins as he crossed the line. I promise you this, I've never said anything on television just to get clicks. We can talk about race as much as you want to, as long as you're going to be fair and honest. But to slander this man, the Joker, is in this situation just total BS. WT from Charles Barkley blasting Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins deserves to be blasted, saying Jokic won the last 2 MVPs because he's white. It's not because he's white, it's because he's been the best player the last 2 years. Royce White calls out John Morant. This is not something that black people should be on board with. We can't cry about Black Lives Matter in the place using fatal force, shooting us in the streets. But we drink alcohol at the strip club and play with a gun. That's just nuts. I don't care about this. Bronny's now the 9th ranked prospect of the 2023 recruiting class. He's now officially a 5-star prospect. Dude's a great player. It's not just because LeBron's his dad. He's just a really good player. Yeah. That's all I'll say for this video. Until next time, Peace.